Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 6, really.
This station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge.
Did you know I was trying to do an introduction?
Arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
You finished? Yes, we're back. Back again in Train Sim World 6. Back again for another adventure, this time as a passenger, not as a driver. On the 3rd of May this year, I arrived here at pretty much this time at Hayes and Harlington Station through, well, down there, I'm pointing, from the car park, and then had to go up in the lift and across there and back down there again, where we went off into London for the day. So, my plan is to be a passenger on the Great Western Express Remastered line, starting at Hayes and Harlington, only going one stop on the first train that arrives into the station, and seeing if we can get to Paddington and Reading. If after going one stop I find that I'm going back to somewhere I've already been, then I'll go 2 stops. We'll see where we end up. Good evening then to Trent, to Sim, to Tiger, to Nico, to Colin, to McBone, to Stokey, to CG, to Michael. So if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, there'll be links in a doobly-doo below to where you can get the route. A link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on the Twitchy, and a link down there to the Discord server as well. Hello, Colin. So yes, we came up from the car park, up a ramp here. Couldn't go up those steps, so couldn't go round to the front to tap in. So we went up in the lift and then straight back down to platform. So didn't tap in. So I can't get over there without going all the way down here. So that's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm pointing at the doobly-doo. I am. I was pointing at something. Right. So let's go over here. Excuse me. Skip.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves
Yep.
operate
Skip
at
out
this
the.
station and across the railway
Didn't have such a
network.
big rucksack. You'd be
Do
fine.
not become a victim
Right.
of crime.
So
Please
when.
also note that in the interests of safety, cycling, skateboarding, and rollerblading are not permitted anywhere on the
So we got an 8 o'clock to Reading on this side. I think that's probably going to be our first train. Let's go up and out the way. Let's see what's this side. And this side is the 803. Okay, so we're going towards Reading. I don't think that's our train. I'm going to ignore that because there's something wrong with you, Tiger. That was a train. So yes, not going to be driving tonight, being a passenger. What I'll do then is to see how it...
Next train to arrive at
Really?
platform 3 will be the 0800 Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Okay, to see what a professional I am, wherever we get to at the end of tonight, I'm going to carry on from tomorrow, next time for those watching on YouTube, but driving trains up and down this line. And I'll try, again, because of my professionalism, and do it at roughly the same time. So we'll see what happens. Right, Class 166 is our first steed. Or 165.
Platform 3 for the 0800 Great Western Railway service to Reading. Calling at West Drayton.
I don't know where I'm going to end up.
Langley.
That's the thing.
West Drayton.
Okay, so we're going to go one stop on this, then we get off and get on the next service.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station and across the railway.
Oh,
Become a victim of crime.
well that could work.
Please also note
It
that
depends.
in
We'll see what happens.
cycling, skateboarding, and rollerblading are not permitted anywhere.
Well, in theory, if I spawn in at the station I end up at early enough tomorrow, Heathrow Connect. Yeah, you should be safe tonight, Nigel. Right, we're off.
For the 0803 Heathrow Connect service to London Paddington, calling at
That's smoky. That's very smoky. We approve of that. Turn that down a little tiny bit. Right, so West Drayton. Then whatever the first train is coming into West Drayton, we get on. All about the bandits. Last time you guys were really good at keeping tabs on where I've been. Yeah, Smokey is going to meet the bandits. I was going to try and do the horn then. It won't work, will it? Because, you know, I am a passenger. And I ride and I ride. Yeah, I'm not the driver. I'm not the driver. Okay. Right, so in theory, this should also show how busy this route is now, being remastered. We have got to remember, though, that we have got limitations on where we can go. But we should be safe. Starting at Hayes and Harlington, I think it gives us more options for stopping services than starting at Reading or Paddington. And I thought I'd start there because obviously that's where we started when we had our London adventure. HST. I did look without that changed without success to see if someone had done a mod to add the Elizabeth line trains on this. Not yet, because there's no electrification. We've got the gantries up. Right, we've gone quiet now. The difficulty coming this way is we obviously haven't got the Heathrow Connect services coming out here. Hang on, are we stopping? So there is going to be less frequent stuff at these intermediate stations. The more frequent stuff is beyond Hayes and Harlington down to London. I didn't really think of that, did I? Every 30 minutes. I hope we haven't got to wait here for half an hour. Would that be that I failed at the first hurdle?
This is West Drayton. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service.
I'll say they're going to open. Okay, right. Let's have a look then, shall we? Right. So that's broken. Okay, we'll go over. That's definitely broken. We'll go over here then. That's also broken. So we don't know when the next train's going to be, or from what platform. Is it going to be those ones over there, or are they going to be the straight throughs? We can't get to them, can we? So I'm guessing it's not going to be those over there. Have we got to stand here and wait? Yeah, we can't get to those ones. Well, so which one's it likely to be? I reckon the return is going to be that other platform over there, because there's a station entrance, isn't it? So I reckon we're going to come. It'll be this side. Let's go back over here then. But we don't know how.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station.
Oh, this isn't the theme that they're going to be broken. They were fine at Hayes and Harlington.
Please also note that in the interest
Oh, I see a train.
cycling, skateboarding,
I don't think it's going to stop.
are not
Yep, that's not stopping. Help! I need somebody, not just anybody. So we can't even see. We could look at the map, but isn't that slightly cheaty to look at the map? Because you can't really do that in real life, can you? Well, I suppose you can. You can go on your phone, can't you? And see where the trains are. Yeah, it's obviously... There's something supposed to be scrolling there, but it isn't. Okay. No, I'm not using any mods on this. This is default Great Western Express. Well, the only mod I'm using is enhanced track ballast and improved signal brightness thing. Let's look at the map. Right. So we are here. We are looking for a train coming from this way then, aren't we? There's a fast one. Didcot to London Paddington. That's the one we just got off of. The London Paddington to Reading. Hi, Ant. We want... hang on. Here we go. Reading to London Paddington. Right, there's one coming. It's fine. We've got a train coming. It's fine. We'll be okay.
For your safety, please be aware that some platforms at this station have no or
Does it stop at West Drayton?
tactile paving on the platform edge. Once the
I'm
train
not...
arrives,
Don't
please
put
mind
that
the
thought
step
in my
from the
head.
platform onto the train.
I'm assuming it stops here. Don't give me... No! You can't... You can't say it's not going to stop. It's the whole plan to be ruined. So this now takes us back the other way. So we've got to go one station past Hayes and Harlington then. We won't be coming back here, so hopefully it's just the displays are broken here because they were fine at Hayes and Harlington. That's Drayton Manors, Birmingham. Drayton Manor, Park and Zoo. Okay, so hopefully it's this platform. It makes sense for it to be to this platform, doesn't it? It's not that one. It can't be the one over there because that's where the straight throughs go. We got off that side, so it must be this side. Right, what we're waiting for then is a train. Depending how long it takes to get from the station it was at to where we are now. It won't be a bus. If it's a bus and it's on the rails, I think that's a whole bigger issue. Are we waiting for Thomas again? I hope not. I thought this would be easy. I thought this would be as busy as when we did it on the West Coast Main Line and London Commuter. It should be a 166, or it's probably two 166s joined together.
For your safety, please be aware that some platforms at this station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge. Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
Sorry, the train has been... Yeah, exactly. No, we'll be fine. So long as it stops here, we're okay. If it doesn't... See, they're frequent enough. Maybe they should do an announcement that the displays are out of service. No, that's going the other way. That's going towards Reading. We're now going to be going back towards Hayes and Harlington, but we can't get off there.
The next train to arrive
Oh.
on platform 4 will be the 0814 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, and London Paddington.
Right.
Platform 4 for the 0814 Great Western
Is this
Railway
platform
service
4?
to London Paddington.
I'm hoping it's platform 4. When it stops, we got to get off it. Yes, it is platform 4. Okay. Well, we got to get off at Ealing Broadway then. We can't get off at Hayes and Harlington. Hi, Chris. Did I say that? So we got to get off at Ealing Broadway, then get the next train that comes into Ealing Broadway, which will probably be one going back the other way, which means we come past this again. So we'll be hopping backwards and forwards. It's missing a few between Hayes and Ealing. Well, as long as it's stopping here, it's fine. As long as the next station we go to has got working displays, I'm okay with that. Although in theory, we should just be able to bounce backwards and forwards because of the frequency of them. We weren't waiting here 15 minutes, were we? Whether we just got lucky.
This is a security announcement, reminding passengers to keep a watchful eye on their luggage and personal belongings at all times.
I haven't got any luggage.
Unattended luggage can cause unnecessary security alerts.
Okay. So yeah, if you just joined, I'm a passenger tonight. Getting on the first train that comes into each station, only going one stop, unless I've already been to that stop. Then I go to the next stop I haven't been to in an aim to try and get to both Paddington and Reading. And I started at Hayes and Harlington, then ended up here, first stop West Drayton. At the end of this stream, wherever we end up, I will carry on from there tomorrow night, but driving trains. That is the plan. Where is this train?
The next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 0814 Great Western Railway service.
Oh, I see it.
To London Paddington.
It looks like a 166 to me. So the problem is, if when we go down to Ealing, will the Heathrow Connect stop down there? We've got 166 coming straight through as well. So we can't get the Heathrow Express because it will go beyond Hayes and Harlington. And we've been there.
Platform 4 for the 0814 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway,
Um,
London Paddington. Platform
hang on.
for the 0814.
Phew. I couldn't get on. I need to find a seat. You look nice. I'll sit here. How you doing? Nice hat. Yeah, do you know the displays aren't working here? It made it really difficult to know which train was coming. Look, the displays out there not working. Look. No? Okay. They're getting very you've got a ponytail. Hi, Jammers. We can go now. I'm on board. Oh, 8:14 minutes. So the doors should be closing. There we go. Doors closing. Okay, so back past Hayes and Harlington. And we get off at the next stop beyond that. Somewhere beyond the sea. Somewhere waiting for me.
The next station is Hayes and Harlington. This is a Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
It is. That's because I've sat down opposite him. He just looks extremely happy. Doing well, thank you. Alright, so back down here again. You wouldn't actually start talking to someone, would you? I don't mind, you know, I will talk to random people. But I think just talking to someone that's I'm sat opposite, difficult one, isn't it? Or if they smell nice. The people with stuffed TDs. I haven't got a rail card. special dispensation. Right, so we can't get off at Hayes and Harlington because that's where we started. So we got to get off at the next station. So what do we think? Considering it hasn't started strong, do you think we'll get to Paddington and Reading? No. No. Next question. Well, unless we end up on a HST that's just going direct, which would be a bit boring. Lady Crossmuir. Oh yeah. Trust McBone to notice that. Look, she's got a ripped dress. You could do this on a Thames Valley Day Rover thing. That doesn't go all the way into Paddington, I don't think.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Might have to do that when we get the branch lines on this route. I think that could be an interesting day out. Okay, so this is where we started. We did this when we did the other one, didn't we? Like 40 minutes in, we were back where we started. So yes, there's overhead power as far as here, which is why the Heathrow ones can come into here. Thames branches day range and travel on the Great Western Main Line, London Paddington to Reading and beyond as far as Tylehurst, as far as the Reading West and South Railway Station, Winnersh and Guildford. Oh, okay. I've been to Reading Green Park. I was on the first train into Reading Green Park on the day it opened.
Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
I appeared in a YouTube video of a semi-famous travel YouTuber. I was rather grumpy looking. Right, so this is where we started. Because we started here, I can't get off here. So I've got to go to the next stop, to the first stop that I haven't been to. There's not many lines you could do this on because of the frequency of trains. So how is that different from now? I'm not grumpy now. When the other dwarfs, yeah, yes, the purple one. See, this is busy. We like how busy this line is now. Right, off we go. We're going to get an announcement.
The next station is Ealing Broadway. This is a Great Western Railway service to London Paddington.
Right, so Ealing Broadway is where we now got to get off. I think this would actually, well, for me anyway, because I'm quite weird, I'd actually like to do this as a day out. Although I know in the past I have spent days doing things like this just to get on the next train. You'd get bored of the same line though, wouldn't you? Like just spending all day going up and down the line. But right, how far is Ealing Broadway? I think it'll be interesting when we get the Thames, the extra branch off lines coming on this. So I haven't done any of those. I've never been to Windsor. Because Windsor's got two stations, hasn't it? One comes from Waterloo and one comes from Slough. And apparently there's a castle there. About this far. Useful. Apparently there's a castle there. And Legoland. I don't want to go to Legoland. Yeah, I've never been. That's a lot of car park. The hell's... That's the world's biggest car park. What's that serving? Well, go. Well, I can't now. I'm doing this. You got my first driving license in Legoland. Clearly it's a Tesco's extra car park. That's big. Well, we're not stopping here then, unless the driver's a complete imbecile not putting the brakes on. That's a big shed thing over there. What's that? Lots of carriages over there. Oh, look at that smoke. That's amazing. A bit like me. I think you're amazing. HST. Blimey, we're getting a move on now. The pain is, if the next train's going the other way, we've got to go back past where we've just been. Is he stopping here? No, I don't think we're stopping here. Which means there's more of a chance of us being able to get off at these stations. That had a display that was working. Ow. So, Ealing Broadway. Are we counting fixed displays? I was just looking to see if it was working. I'm sorry, what now? I'm a passenger. Yeah, but I don't want to sit there, do we? Are we not stopping? We're not stopping there. We can see other trains now. Next one. Ah, we're braking. I'm sorry, I've got to get up now. Do you want my number or anything? No? Okay. Fine. I do like a 166. They are rather nice. I'm thinking the platform's going to be this side. Just a wild guess. And stop.
This is Ealing Broadway. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to London.
We can't do London Underground because it's not mapped here, is it? Right, let's cross over. Yeah, it is. I actually put a mod in that adds the roundel onto the D-stock, and that adds the logo onto the Heathrow Connect. Okay, I've gone the wrong side, haven't I? They were, but not the roundel. Apparently.
The train at platform 4 is the 0827 Great Western Railway service
So,
to
ow.
London Paddington. Calling
Did he
at
all go
London
from
Paddington only.
this platform?
Passengers intending to travel on the service, please join the train now. As it
He
is
missed the other stairs.
Platform 4 for the 0827 Great Western Railway service to
I was thinking...
Paddington.
Oh yeah, those ones. I was thinking, hang on a minute, it can't all go from that platform, surely. Right, the 811, well that's clearly broken. The 827 going to Greenford. Well, we can't take that. The 836 going to Oxford. The 821 to Reading is due at 822. Okay. So, I don't know now what's going to pull up here that I can get. The 827 will go to West Ealing. Yeah, so the underground stuff's going. And it's starting to rain, I think, as well. I'm going to get wet.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves
Are you sure that'll go to West Ealing?
and across the railway network. Do not become a victim of crime. Please also note that in the interests
Well,
of
there's no
safety,
train.
cycling, skateboarding, and rollerblading are not permitted anywhere on the station.
Get out the way.
Arrive at platform 4 will be the 0830 Great Western Railway service to London.
Stop pushing me out of the way.
Calling at Ealing Broadway, Acton Main Line, and London Paddington.
Right. So we've quite clearly got some delays, haven't we? Is the AI broken again? Because the 827 now isn't arriving. Okay, time to look at the map. So that's just leaving. That's underground. That's underground. Circle line. Circle line? Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing. Hang on, what are you? Swansea to London Paddington. Central and District. I knew what I meant. Hereford to London Paddington. That's at a stop signal. Right. Something down here is broken then, hasn't it? Oh, London Paddington to Greenford. Well, it's coming. It's just late. Banbury to Paddington. Paddington to Old Oak Common. Yeah, something's broken down here. Oh no, they're moving.
This is a safety announcement.
Paddington to Heathrow.
Due to today's wet weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be
They are moving. Excuse me, you're floating on the track.
Platform 4 for the 0830 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Acton Main Line. And
That's a train.
London Paddington.
Oh yeah, I could have got that, couldn't I? Hang on. The 0830. I thought that was the one I was on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's fine. I'm going to sit here. Right, we're okay. So we're going to Paddington. What's the next stop? What we're learning is the AI keep breaking. Yeah, they do. Well, there is stuff coming the other way. So Acton Main Line. Well, there was stuff coming out of Paddington. So I think something obviously broke, didn't it? Whether it's fixed itself, we will get into the queue into Paddington. Yeah, so we're due to leave at 8:30. It's definitely a bit rainy. Alright, doors closing. Whose fault's that? Exclamation mark Tiger in chat, please. Thank you. No. What do you mean no?
24 hours CCTV.
Yeah, it's on a cooldown now. We can't be that cruel. He is getting close to the 200. I mean, no. Don't you tell me no. Right. So the next stop then we'll get off at. That's a weekend with me at 200. I've already done that. Exclamation mark TIFF. No, the fifth gear presenter isn't in here apparently. And there's two Fs. For arguing with Stevavv. Yeah, it's very lacking in trains coming the other way. Slightly concerned. Yeah, it doesn't work because what you did there is you put a bracket on the end of it. Alright, well the good thing is we're heading towards Paddington. I need to go on the map and delete the broken service, yeah. Oh, hang on, there's a train. The downside is, once a train's late, it's late. All I need to do is find that... Are we stopping here? How are you doing? I've got to get off here. Sorry. And it's raining, raining in my heart.
This is Acton Main Line. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to...
Well, that's a Heathrow Connect. Right, so it's a while before anything goes back that way, so we need to cross over. You're stopped there. So yes, there's something broken, isn't there? Okay. If that's the queue to get... Okay. That's randomly stopped there. Right, when's our next train? The 8:53 back to Greenford. Jump on it. I can't get over there. Right. What's broken then? So that's going into Paddington. That stopped because of the red there. That's just about moving. No, trains are coming out of Paddington, okay. Hang on, Paddington to Reading. Hang on. Oh. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, so they are moving, but they're definitely queuing going in. That's starting to move now. Carry on down. That's moving okay. That's just got the green from Westbourne Park. That's moving. Banbury London Paddington is at the stop. It all seems to be fine. So the 8:43 to Reading. Hang on. I don't know where this is not stopping. I'm stopping at the red. Right, so where does the Greenford one stop? Can I actually get it though? Well, that's the only one that goes from here. What if I can't get back to where I need to go? Have I got to wait till the next one comes going into Paddington then?
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Felix. So Ealing Broadway, West Ealing. Can I get off there? Okay. Ah, right. So that's 8:53. Is there one any sooner than 8:53 then on the other platform going into Paddington? Let's have a look at that then and see if there is. Up the steps, running up the steps. Look at me being athletic. Damn it. Right. 9:04. Oh, that's a 66.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station and across the railway network. Do not become a victim of crime.
I drove a steam train today
In the interests of safety,
in Train Sim World 6. It didn't go well.
Anywhere on the station.
We'll be here a while. It never does. Well, I did allow myself to speed time up last time, didn't I? So we'll do that. Let's go back over. So we'll go down here. I'll go and stand and deliver. Oh, stream's coming up, by the way. Tomorrow night, wherever we end up tonight, I will carry on from tomorrow, but driving trains and go up and down this route. That is the plan. What's tomorrow? Tuesday. Wednesday night is Subway Sim 2. Giving that another go. That's quick. Bloody hell. Thursday night is some multiplayer in Rest Area Simulator. Friday night we got some trucking and tunes. Saturday night is bingo. Sunday lunchtime we're back on the farm. And maybe next Monday I'll be able to do a preview stream, hopefully, of something new for Train Sim World 6. I'm sure I will find that out this week and we'll confirm that when I know. That's the world's fastest HST. That means you may get a birthday stream on next Monday. Yeah, I'll know this week if there's something releasing next week that I can preview on Monday. June the 1st. Nice girl, June. Some platforms at this, what, are likely to have ghosts on them? Is she popping round? Yeah, after the stream. Exactly, and April.
This is a security announcement.
Reminding passengers. Okay. She'll be busting out all over. It depends on the clothing. Alright, 8 minutes to go till train. Now, does that mean then we're going to have to come... We will end up back in Paddington then? South Wales. Isn't it lovely? Trains are hilarious at 4 times speed. Yes, I'm going out in a few weeks' time, so there is a Saturday where I won't be streaming. That was the Flying Scotsman? I think that might have been the Flying Scotsman. That was going a bit quick. Hang on, isn't this the... No. What's the one? Isn't it the Greenford shuttle that's now battery powered? I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't think it's entered full service yet. Is it still trialling? Or it was just weekends or something, wouldn't it? I've done that. I got taken
24 hours
there to go on it.
The next train through 05 Great Western.
Right. Let's... Okay, time is back to normal. Oh, it's still trialling. There we go. Here's our train to Greenford, where we'll get off at West Ealing.
Platform 3 for the 0853 Great Western Railway service to Greenford. Calling at Ealing.
Oh, you've got glasses. Hello. Nice shirt. I'm trying to... can I find somewhere to sit? Can I find somewhere to sit? You're sat outside the toilet. Lovely. Hang on. Baldy. It's a very full service, this one. We might have to stand. Oh, that's the driver's cap. I want to go in there. Yeah. Okay. We won't be sitting down then. No, it's not very far, is it? We'll stand. Ponytail. I'll just stand here. The amount of times I've stood in a vestibule. Looking at the world from the window of a train.
The next station is Ealing Broadway. This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
Hang on, so we've been to Ealing Broadway, haven't we? So we can't get off there. So West Ealing. Hopefully someone might get off at Ealing Broadway and let me sit down. You never know. They might not. Please keep clear of the door. Well, if you give me a seat, I wouldn't have to stand by the door, would I? Do not attempt to leave the train while the doors are closing. Do not obstruct the doors. Well, that's the same as keep clear of the door, isn't it? Use alarms if the doors are obstructed. Well, I've got no body. I ain't got nobody. Fine, I'll just stand. Tickets, please. Oh no, that's not me, is it? There's someone sneezing in there. I'm going to stay here. Do. La 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 la. There's definitely people sneezing. I don't want to come down with whatever they've got. I'm going to stay here. Yeah, if well, we all know. Shut up! I was about to talk.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
There we go. When we do get the Lichfield Trent Valley route, I will do a bit of an adventure then, where we will start from Euston Mirror Problem, and go to Milton Keynes, then go to Crewe. Via Lichfield Trent Valley, come back to Stafford, do Birmingham to Crewe, to do Stafford to New Street, do the Birmingham Cross City to go New Street to Lichfield Trent Valley, and then come back to Milton Keynes and come back to Euston Mirror Problem.
This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford. The next station is West Ealing.
Yeah, it's a bit. Hang on, there might be seats now. As long as no one. Where did they come from? Hang on a minute. If they got off, where were they sat? Because there are no more seats. Hang on. I can sit next to Baldy. Hello. Oh, I can't. Won't let me. Damn it. Hang on. Yeah, I don't like bald men. You're okay. Plenty of leg room.
The next station is West Ealing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Leeds.
Okay, so we got to get off at the next stop and then get on the next train that comes in. Hang on, we're going away from Paddington now. So then we're probably going to end up back at Paddington. We'll be going 50 minutes. And the aim was to try and get to Paddington and Reading. Considering it's 50 minutes between Paddington and Reading, I don't think we're going to get to both. Surprising how long this takes doing this. There's not many other routes I don't think you could do it on. There may be some of the German ones, but you look at the frequency of services. Obviously, London commuter's the busiest. I did think about doing something with that, and I looked at doing something with doing some route hopping around London, where you could do the same sort of thing.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
You will if the first train at Paddington's a HST. Good point. I've got to go now. Grow some hair and I'll be interested. Okay. Watched a YouTube video today on a tour around the Bentley collection. All the cars that Bentley Heritage have got in their collection. One of which, old number 2, is worth £25 million.
This is West Ealing. Do not try to board or leave the train when the
That's a
doors
lot of money for a car.
This is a Great Western Railway service to
Drayton Green,
You've got some hair, but it's too long.
South Greenford, and Greenford. This is a safety announcement.
Okay, so the 9:02 to Reading is on time. So that's in 4 minutes.
Maybe slippery.
What's the other side? So the train behind us, the 9:12. Okay, so it's back towards Reading then. Out the way. All right, so the 9:02 to Reading. It's a bit thundery. Why have you? You're supposed to be leaving. Why you opened your doors again? You're not a professional driver like me, are you? I'll just stand here in the rain. I saw you standing in the rain. Got confused. I don't get confused.
At platform 3 will be the 0102 Great Western Railway service to Reading, calling at West Ealing, Hayes and Harlington, Sutton, Burnham, Templer, Maidenhead, Twyford, and Reading. Platform 3 for the 09.
Hang on. Can we actually get on this though?
Railway service to Reading.
Because isn't... Hang on. Hayes and Harlington, we've been there. Slough. Slough modelled in this?
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station and across the railway network.
You think I remember something, Slough?
Become a victim of crime.
Okay, no. So looks like we're going to Slough.
In the interests of safety,
You think I should know these things, shouldn't I?
are not permitted anywhere
It's on the main line. I know it's on the main line. Well, trains from Swindon used to stop there years ago. They don't anymore. They just stop at Reading. Used to be Didcot, Reading, Slough, London.
The next train to arrive at platform
Hurry up, I'm getting wet here.
0902. Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Slough is worse than Swindon. Every time we mention Slough, I mention my night out. Getting people plying me with red wine. I get the brolly out. No, I'm not an idiot. Well, I am an idiot, but not that much of an idiot that I'd get a brolly out. Have we been on anything other than a 166 so far? Right, first Great Western.
0902. Great Western Railway service to Reading. Calling at Hayes and Harlington.
The next station is Hayes and Harlington.
Nowhere to flipping sit again. Why are these services so busy? Ow. No, fine. Okay, well, I'll stand then. If I care, I'll stand up again. I don't mind. Right.
The next station is Hayes and Harlington. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Stop whinging. I want to sit down. I don't want to stand up. I've paid for I haven't paid for a seat and I think I'm entitled to one. You stop whinging. I am elderly. Thank you. You're on a train. Just be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Do 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 do. Right, so back through Hayes and Harlington again. And then we stop at Slough. I want to sit down. Just call me James. Good news, you're on a train. Bad news, you have to change at Slough. That was Hayes and Harlington, I think. I've talked before about the band t-shirt I had for James. It was awesome. It was a plain white t-shirt. On the front it had the letters JA. On the left shoulder it had M. And on the back it had ES. Thought that was amazing as a t-shirt. Sit on the floor. I've done that before now. Weirdo. Yeah. Good job Trenton didn't design it. Why have you spelled James with some brackets and a Z? JA bracket MESZ. That is rigid. Rigid. What else have I done today? Watched the series finale of Tracker. Really good. Good series finale. Watched an episode of Grand Design's New Zealand. Building a house on a beach, which was stunning. Caught up on YouTube. Well, about the shop. My normal Saturday shopping, basically. Stuff for lunches for work. Surprisingly busy at 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, about 10 past 8 by the time I got there. We are slowlying. Filler Steve, talk up to when the music starts. Let the music play. Listened to quite a lot of music today. Sat in the garden at midday and then wondered why I was hot after sitting out there for 40 minutes. I had to put a towel on the floor of the decking because the decking was too hot to stand on. I had to put a towel on the black seat that's out there because the seat was too hot to sit on. I did put some suntan lotion on. And then sat out there for about 40 minutes. With some music on. Too hot? I wonder why. It's even hotter tomorrow, isn't it? It's like 33 or something silly. It's currently still 29 here. How much are we wearing? I just have my shorts on. Yeah, 31 tomorrow, 27 on Wednesday, 26 on Thursday, 22 on Friday, 25 on Saturday. It's going to be like this all the way for the next week. Yes, because a couple of the whingy people are off this week. So she about to put the aircon on tomorrow. But yes, I've shorts tomorrow. Are we going back past the world's biggest car park? So yeah, tomorrow night, wherever we end up tonight, whatever time we finish, is where I will carry on from tomorrow, but I will be driving trains tomorrow. Won't be doing the whole one-stop thing, but we'll just do some runs then. We'll try and do a 166 run, a HST run, Heathrow Connect run, see if we can do a couple of different trips up and down the line tomorrow. I was going to contemplate doing like West Coast Main Line South and then ending up at Milton Keynes.
We are now approaching.
But we'll do that in a couple of weeks' time.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Do you notice a jump in electricity bills and then once you have aircon on, I never look at my electricity bill. Only time I look at my electricity bill and gas bill is when I get the whole thing to fix my thing for another year. And so the same amount of money comes out each month. And I check whether I'm in credit. And that's it. So if at the end of summer I'm in credit for the winter starts, job done. Right, we're back at Hayes and Harlington. This is where we started just over an hour ago.
This is Hayes and Harlington. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading. The next station is Slough.
Yeah, I bought one. When I first got my smart meter installed, I had one of those devices that you plug in and it tells you how much electricity you're using. I had it in for about a minute and then unplugged it and put it back in the box. Not saying I've never cared about how much electricity I use. I don't want to live my life going, oh my god, turn that switch off, turn that light off. Oh no, don't leave that light on. Downstairs at the moment, the laptop's on, the Xbox is on, the TV's on. The only room there's nothing turned on at the moment. I'm actually saying that. The light's on in the spare room and the Amazon device. Yeah, I don't look at what I use daily because I think that'd scare me. I pay like, what is it, 143 quid a month or whatever it is for gas and electric. And in the summer, you hope, because the gas, I don't use any gas now, you end up in credit. Don't forget, during the day, I don't use anything because there's no one here, so it's just fridge. At the weekends, yeah, there is stuff on, but that's it. So these people that worry about putting their heating on in the winter, my old man's attitude was, if you've got money in the bank, put the heating on. Don't sit there and wrap yourself up in blankets and things because you're too scared to put the heating on. Put the bloody heating on. Yeah, the problem is I can't use button 2 because I'm a passenger. 20p a day. Oh God, mine. That we're going down, down. I can only see wall. Anyone got off yet? I still seem to be stood. Down, down. Baldy. We will hopefully shortly be approaching Slough. There's a seat. There we go. Right, so we've got to get off at Slough and then get on whatever train comes in first. Can you sit facing the wrong way, or are you not an idiot? I don't care which way I face. I'm not one of those people that has got to face the direction of travel on a train. Don't bother me. That's freighty. Right, we've been here. Displays are bloody working now. Yeah, the displays are working now. Typical. Can I free count it? Yeah. Yeah. Look, now they're bloody working. And everything's hopefully on time. My guy. Yeah, on time now. So whatever it was AI-wise has cleared itself. Alright, we've got to wait for this red. I've been blamed 961 times. 954 of those are wrong. I am blameless. Another freight train. Very freighty. Yeah, it's probably a good time to start this, really, wasn't it? I was trying to pick a time. I thought, I know. And I have actually got the date set to the 3rd of May, which is the day that we went there as well. I did really enjoy that day, just bashing about London. Right, Slough. No one's ever been excited to get to Slough. Night round night. Certainly going to be interesting to see when all the new GBR liveries start rolling out. It will be a shame to lose the GWR green down this way. Or plan another trip to London for all of us to go to. No. We are now at
This is a safety alert.
Yeah, they're going to start rolling out now, aren't they? I did see Jeff's video. We're obviously waiting in a queue now to get into Slough. The other line I thought this could probably work on is Southeastern High Speed, because you've got the high speed and low speed sections. But the problem is then if you end up on a high speed bit, you'd have to go back to the beginning. I really hope we get the Channel Tunnel Eurostar at some point, even if it is just as far as Lille. I quite like the GBR livery. I like the fact that the train company's still going to have the name on it. So the one we saw in Jeff's video still said Southern after it. So I should imagine it'll be Great British Railways GWR. The downside to that is, I suppose, there's no... Well, I suppose the only bit you've got to change then, if rolling stock moves from one to another, is you've got to take that bit off and just replace it. You haven't got to repaint or re-wrap the whole train. Yeah, I think GWR is one of the next ones to come into ownership. Yeah, there will be GBR Thameslink, there'll be GBR Southwestern, GBR Southern, GBR, it won't be LNER, I don't know what it'll be. The only thing I can see would happen eventually is I wouldn't want to be senior management in any of those companies. Well, it's a rolling thing, so as a train comes in for a refit, it'll get rebranded. Any new rolling stock will go in the new rebrand. So it could take like 10 years. They won't spend the money just to get them rebranded. I've never done Lumo. Right, that's out another freight train. So the downside is, now we've been going an hour and a quarter, so we're halfway time wise. We haven't got to either Reading or Paddington. The downside now is when we get off in Slough, if the next train coming in is going back the other way, we're going to be going all the way to Paddington. Good, because seeing a bit of other traffic, I suppose. No different to me driving the train. Obviously, this driver isn't as professional as I am. Strepsils needed. That's tomorrow, Nige. So, like, we got the gantries here, look, for the overheads. Russell Howard. Oh, is he at the Wyvern? Damn it. Professionalism. Yeah, that's me. No, if given the choice, I'd rather go and see Russell Howard than me. I really need to look and see what's on at the Wyvern. I love the smokiness of this thing. Not great for the planet, but they do look good. Right, downside now is when we come into Slough, there's going to be a few platforms. So it depends on the frequency of trains coming behind me as to whether we end up in Reading or whether we end up going back the other way again and go all the way back to Paddington. Yeah, these still run down into Portsmouth. They're still running around down here, so on the Trowbridge line and Westbury. £5.50. Blimey McCharlie.
This is Slough. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Okay, right, what have we got from Slough? Well, that's the 11 minutes past 10. That might take a while. Can we got these steps? Hello? No. Oh! Oh, I've added a route map. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay, out of the way. Okay, so the 10:06 to Oxford, that's also quite a... Get out the way! Get... Right, what's from platforms 5 and 6? The 9:31 to Paddington. So that's 8 minutes. Calling at Langley. Oh God, we got to go off at Langley. Okay, no, that works then. So that's platform 5. And I think that's going to be our only option then. Yeah, platform 5. The 9:31. Platform 6. What's platform 5? Platform 5. You'd think that board... No, platform... Get out the way. The platform 6 board will be there, I'm guessing. 6 is a bay, yeah. So platform 5, the 9:31. Okay. So we have to get this then to Langley. Right, let's speed the time up then. 4 times. There we go. Yeah, you'd think that the placement of that wherever it is, that would be the bay one. So this one. But no. In reality, Slough would be busier than this, wouldn't it? In reality. It is Slough. So Langley. So that's going back towards Paddington. So that means, in theory, then if the one after is coming back this way, so we might... I got a feeling we might get to Reading. That was my day off. Hot. Right, I see a train. A 166. Is this whole stream just going to be me riding on 166s? I just broke my rule. Oh, crap! Hang on, that wasn't due. I looked at the board. There was nothing due till 12 minutes past. I did. I looked at the board. I didn't check 4. Well, no one bloody reminded me, did you? I thought... Oops. Check 4. Bit late now. The train's here. Start again. Do you want me to now wait till the next train in on the platform 4? I may have gone direct to Reading. Yes. I can go and see. Recheck them all. Okay. We'll miss this one. It's fine. Right. That's this one that's in. Where's the bloody steps? How do I get out of here? Over there. Just get on the bloody train. No! No, that's it now. Sodja. I'm checking platform 4. Too late now. Right, platform 4 is a 9:41 to Reading. Okay, so platform 4, 9:41 to Reading. Platform 3, the 10:11 to Paddington. So at the moment it's the 9:41. Platform 2 is the 10:06 to Oxford. Platform 1 is Windsor, so we can't go there anyway. Right, the 9:43. So it's going to be platform 4 then. It's going to be the next one. When you thought said train, I was thinking, oh no, you saw the train. It didn't honestly tweak to me that, oh shit, I should have got on that. Okay, but it's fine. We'll end up on the train that's going to the same places. Yeah, we got the bay up here as well. That's going to Windsor. Is Windsor in one of the branches that's coming up? Yeah, so that's going to Eton and Windsor. It is. So that'd be a cool little branch line. Hopefully, it's going to be something that just tacks on to this and isn't a route hop thing, because to route hop up between them all, it'd be nice if they tacked them onto this one. I don't think it will be, because it's interesting then as to how you'd have the connection. Right, platform 4, the 9:41 to Reading, which is at least we're heading in the direction we should have gone into before you lot failed me.
This is a security announcement, reminding passengers to keep a watchful eye on their luggage and personal belongings at all.
What's that train doing? Waiting for a red?
Necessary security alarms.
Yeah, waiting for a red. Because, you know, he's obviously useless as a driver. Okay. 4 times speed. Oh, his doors are open. It's going the wrong way. Is it turning round? Does it terminate here?
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station.
I can't read the board now to see where I've got to go. It's going too fast. Burnham. That's down near Western Supermare.
security announcement.
Right.
Reminding passengers.
So we might get as far as Reading, unless by some miracle, and the next train into Reading, if we get there, is a direct to Paddington, or it only stops at places we've already been. Right. What is that train doing? It hasn't got its doors open. Is that just turning around? Could be.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station and across the railway network.
Have I got time?
A victim of crime. Please also note that in the interests of safety, cycling, skateboarding, rollerblading.
Can we see the board? We got time. So look. (9:43) to London Paddington. So that's due out in 3 minutes. Yeah, it is. Turning around. Turn around, bright eyes. There's no one on my platform. I think I can see a train. I can see a train. There is a train.
Next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 0941 Great Western Railway service to Reading.
See, it takes away the unpredictability when they're on time. You need the randomness of, is it going to turn up? Is it going to stop at the station? How many carriages of the train are actually going to be on the platform? You like that. Tomorrow. Hopefully I get to drive something that isn't the 166. It's another busy one. Ow. Get off then.
Please be aware that
Baldy! Is there anywhere I can sit down? It passes off first. Ah, Sodom. I want to try and sit somewhere. Oh, I see a seat. But I'm going to have to... Okay. I just climbed over. Like your hair.
The next station
Quite like your shirt.
is Burnham. This is a Great Western Railway
Where are you going?
service to Reading.
Okay. Right, anyway. Burnham. He looks a bit tired. The doors will open on the right-hand side of the train. Ow. I get to practice German on Wednesday night, doing Subway Sim 2. Or do both routes, try and drive a multiple of trains. Not the new one though, because that was impossible. Although I'll be using Xbox controller, so it might be easier. So tomorrow night, wherever we end up tonight, I will carry on from tomorrow night, but I'll be driving trains. Hopefully it won't just be the whole stream of being a 166 tomorrow. Drive the new train, it'll be amusing. It confused me. You wait till you see the Steam video that's coming out in a few weeks' time. So yeah, some more of this tomorrow. Subway Sim 2 on Wednesday. Some multiplayer stuff in Rest Area Simulator on Thursday. Trucking and Tunes on Friday, where we are in Volvo trucks hauling chemical tankers That's Friday night. Saturday night, some bingo. And Sunday lunchtime is more farming. With matching coloured truck and trailer, yes. Have I become one with my chair yet? No, I actually put a t-shirt on to come into this room because it's quite cold. First time I put a t-shirt on since 9 o'clock this morning. It'll be removed again when you go downstairs, I'm sure. Right, looks like we're about to arrive at Burnham. Hi Daniel. Have I been enjoying the bank holiday? I have. Actually makes me want to take more time off work. I haven't been this chilled in a number of weeks. Yes, the aircon unit is out in the hall blowing cold air into the room. It is rather nice. It should be pointed towards the bedroom when I finish the stream. Right, so we've arrived in Burnham. This time I won't miss a train. We would have ended up here anyway. We're just a few minutes later than we would have been. Yeah, there's a food tanker as well. It's just nice doing different loads.
Try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Right, okay. So the 9:46 to Reading, that's us, then at 10:15. The 9:42 to London Paddington, it's due at 9:59. So that could be the next one if it's due at 9:59. Is that it? It's just two platforms, or is the one over there? No, it's two platforms. Okay. So it looks like it's a 9:59, which is late, which is slightly concerning. So does that mean that the AI is broken? Because it shouldn't be late. Calling at Slough. Ah, West Drayton. We haven't been there yet, have we? Yes, we have. Hayes and Harlington, been there. Southall. Right, so we get that one and get off at Southall, because we haven't done Southall yet. Check all platforms. Yep, there's two of them. And they've both been checked. Right, let's look at the map then. And see if we can see this service then. So it's going to be up here somewhere, isn't it? What's the next station? Taplow. It hasn't made it to Taplow. Are you it? Oxford to London Paddington. So that's the one then. 9:35 from there. So there's our train. So it's a 3-car. So it's 2 stations, 2 stops down. There's another one behind it. Reading to London Paddington. That's a 5-car. So that's going to stop there because that one's there. Hang on. So is that broke? Maidenhead. First one's a 9:35, delayed by 15 minutes.
This is a security announcement, reminding passengers to keep
It's got a
an
green.
eye on their
Oh, it's moving.
personal belongings at all times.
No, there we go. It's moving.
Unattended luggage cause unnecessary
So something's caused an issue. So that's got to wait till that one comes through. I wonder if there's another one behind it then. No, we have a gap then. That's the one we just... No, it's not. It's a HST. Okay. Just simply late. It's going to rain up a little bit. There you go. That 3-car might be fast to Slough. Yeah, because we got 11 minutes. Right, let's speed time up. Am I controlling the rain? I don't think so. Right. So if that 3 car just comes through and doesn't stop, well, that'd come through on the fast though, wouldn't it? It wouldn't come through on the platform side.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station and apply.
Oh, it does, but it just won't stop. That was the HST. Ah, here it is. Yeah, that was the 3 car then.
For your safety,
Yeah, that didn't stop. Unless the drivers just decided to put the brakes on now, of course. Idiot with an umbrella. Yeah, it's
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station.
definitely a bit weathery. So now we're going back towards London Paddington. So we're on this as far as Southall. Which means if the train that comes in after that is continuing to London Paddington, great. If not, we've got to come all the way back past here again. What if we don't get to either one? What if in 2.5 hours we can't get from Hayes and Harlington to Paddington or Reading?
Platform 2 for the 0942 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Southall, Ealing Broadway, and
Okay.
London Paddington.
Oh, hello. I will sit here next to you. Right. So we're on this now all the way to Southall. I have to wait until August, the next bank holiday, what to do this again. I like it. It's something different. Maybe an infrequent Monday stream. Is there a platform YouTube thing tomorrow? There is. The penultimate one tomorrow. If we don't get to Paddington or Reading tomorrow, do that first tomorrow. Wow. See, what I could do is carry on tomorrow from wherever we end up today at the same time, and then the first train that comes in, I drive it. And I could always do the same sort of thing, but driving. So wherever it's going, drive it to there, providing I can, or drive it as far as I can. Well, no, because I want to get off. So we've got to be careful now, because if these journeys are getting longer... So we go to Southall. Then, depending on which direction the train's going from Southall, I could either end up going to Paddington, or I've got to come all the way back past Slough. And that's going to take a while. Drive it one stop, then change another train, drive to the next. Oh, blimey, what, do the same sort of thing as a driver? Yeah. New Rover. Well, that's... I want to do like a journey thing when we get Lichfield Trent Valley, because I think there's a a sort of a plan there, isn't there? Because you can do Euston, you're a problem, to Milton Keynes, to Crewe. When we get Crewe to Preston, then you can do Preston to Carlisle. But it'd be nice to do the loop around Birmingham as well. So do Lichfield Trent Valley to Birmingham New Street, change to Birmingham to Crewe, do New Street to Stafford, get back on the Lichfield Trent Valley to do Stafford or just do Birmingham to Crewe. Right, so we're not getting off here, are we? Because this is Slough. We have been to Slough. Because we've got Crewe to Preston is coming, isn't it? Then there's, I think, Carlisle to Lancaster. That's coming at some point. Because all we need then is Carlisle to Glasgow. Because then you could go Euston Mera Problem to Milton Keynes to Birmingham technically, to Crewe, to Preston, to Carlisle, to Glasgow, to Edinburgh. Now that would be epic. So a lot of connected stations. I'd like to do, and then a 5 circle, yeah, see how far north you can get. When we do get Lichfield Trent Valley and Crewe to Preston, I will then do the whole route as one stream. I'll start at Euston Mera Problem and get to Carlisle in one stream. That may be a long one. It will be a long one. Someone said the other day about 4.5 hours. What about the stream? Well, I said we had the idea with the whole Paddington to Penzance in a Pacer thing a couple of years ago. Was going to get a few people here and do that journey and then swap drivers after every station. But yeah, so I am looking forward to the Thames Valley branches thing. It's going to be interesting to see how they do that though. I think it will probably be route hops. So I think you'll get to Slough and then you'll route hop and have to do the Windsor. Then you get to the next one, you'll route hop and do that. Via Birmingham really slows it down, but Trent Valley should be doable with 5 hours. As north of Crewe, you'll be back to the 80s timing. Not necessarily. There's a modded timetable out for Preston to Carlisle. I tried it over the weekend. It's very lacking in other trains, but doable. Right, so we're on this all the way to Southall. Euston to Glasgow with Avanti, 4 hours 37 minutes. Yeah, because it goes a different way, doesn't it? It goes straight to Warrington. So it doesn't take that Birmingham route, does it? So we get this will be going Euston, Mera Problem, Milton Keynes, then Lichfield, Trent Valley to Crewe, and then Crewe to Preston, Preston to Carlisle, and then Carlisle to Motherwell. So Carlisle to Motherwell's an hour. So Carlisle to Glasgow then is definitely doable as an extra route. It would be awesome if the West Coast Main Line gets linked. And I've said this before, I'd love to see in a future version of Train Sim World the ability to have these routes linked. If you're on PC, for it to go, oh, you've got all these routes. Do you want to load them all in as one? Take a risk. And then just to do one non-stop run to Birmingham. Or at least if you could load 2 routes in at once, that would be something, wouldn't it? To be able to go, okay, I'll load the Euston to Milton Keynes to Crewe. So then you can take a service from Euston to Crewe, non-stop, 2.5 hours. We seem to be doing the slowlying. I think we're not going to get to Paddington, and we're not going to get to Reading. We're just going to spend the whole time just bouncing up and down this line, not visiting the same station twice. If you're new to the streams, by the way, welcome. I do stream Train Sim World every Tuesday night. So we'll be back tomorrow night with more, where I'll be driving the trains tomorrow. Currently doing a passenger adventure. Adventure. And he said eventually. A passenger adventure. Where I started at Hayes and Harlington, trying to get to Paddington or Reading, by getting off at the first stop, getting on the next train that comes in most of the time, and then not, if I've been to the stop it stops at, going to the next one. Well, that's what you've got in Train Sim Classic. That's what allowed me to do 8.5 hours of Paddington to Penzance in a pacer. You could link routes together in Train Sim Classic. It's easier to do, just to stitch routes. I also did many years ago Bedford to Brighton, and someone had made a bit of the South London route that linked 2 lines together. I don't know if it'll ever come to this. Thing is, although I know you're loading the whole map, because you can see the AI trains on it. So it's a lot to load in. But surely, even if they let you load or link 2 routes, and there's not many of them that are linked. There's only some. There's only a handful of routes that are all linked together, that are sharing the same station. The first one was London Commuter, wasn't it? You had Victoria to Brighton, then Brighton to Eastbourne. So to link those 2 together, so that you could take a service from Victoria to Brighton, get off the train, walk round, get on a service to Eastbourne, and leave again, without the route hopping. That's what I'd want here. I know it's a hell of a lot to load in, but it's not out of the realms of possibility, surely. You might be loading the AI trains in. You're not loading the whole line in graphically. It's loading in, which is why you get the glitches from time to time. It's an Unreal thing. This is West Drayton. Yeah, we've been here. The boards are working again now, typically. So yeah, I was going to sign up and go to the Dovetail offices in August. I still don't know. I don't really communicate in their server, so I don't know if I could just turn up being an unknown. Then I'd get to see a preview of the next version. Right, so they're on time Okay. Yeah, I don't really post anything. The thing is, it's generally a quiet Discord. Occasionally you get some chat, but most of the time it's quiet. I do keep looking for other Discords to join. Because, you know, my one's annoying. I'm looking for something entertainment-wise. I want to try and find... The Discord I tried to set up is what I want. Something to discuss TV, films, music. No. There's a lot of criticism, especially over the Class 90. Blimey, was there a lot of criticism. And thankfully, Dovetail have been really good. They're changing the way they do things. They've been quite open and honest and upfront with us ambassadors. They've been sharing a lot of information with us, which is good. A lot of things subject to change, obviously, and have been keeping us up to date more of things with future plans. So I know the roadmap going forward a couple of months, but obviously they're likely to change, because if things aren't ready when they're due to be released, then they get held back. But at least we know what the plans are, which is great. I still think that one day I'm going to get found out. Because thankfully, not very often they look at my streams. Because if they did, they'd be like, what on earth is going on here? Yeah, Chatham is the offices. They have delayed the release of the Trent Valley line. It was due to be released tomorrow. But it's been delayed. One of the ones I'm looking forward to Trent Valley, because it fills in the gap in the West Coast main line. I'm looking forward to the branches, the Thames Valley branches, because that again adds a dimension to this line, which is great. And the Tadami line I think is going to be really good. Oh look, it's Hayes and Harlington. This is where we started an hour and 55 minutes ago.
The next train to arrive at platform 4 will be the 10:00 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. This is a safety announcement. Due to today's wet weather, please take extra care whilst on the station.
Right, so we got to stay on this to Southall, then get off, and then see where we end up. I'm very conscious now of time. I need to decide what we do, because Southall I don't think is going to get that frequent services, but it's likely to be something going back towards Reading. Yeah, Metro Rivals has been shelved. I don't think we'll ever see Metro Rivals, and I think that was part of their thing. It's a shame, because I think it could have been interesting. I think I need to focus on this, and that was some of the feedback. That there's lots of routes that have come out, and I'm not saying it's Dovetail's fault, and I'm not, if Dovetail have got an issue, I'll say. But there's a lot of things that are still waiting for fixes, like the Class 90, and they are focusing on some of those fixes, getting the things that are released right before trying to focus on too much. I get from a business point of view, if they're not releasing content, they're not making money. But the big criticism we had the other month was that there was too much too quickly. we had like what, 4 DLCs in like 3 weeks or something. No one's going to keep up with that amount of content. And I know not everyone's going to buy every DLC. I get that. Some people like German stuff. Some people like the American stuff. Some people like the British stuff. Some people like freight. Some people don't. So you've got to try and keep all the markets interested. If you've got your market's Germany and you're going 4 months without releasing a German route, your German market is going to get unhappy. Same with the American market. Same with the British market. So you've got to get the balance right. You know, we've got interesting stuff coming up. We've got the Portuguese route coming up. We've got the Tadami line, which is going to be really interesting. Not much more British stuff after Lichfield and Preston. But don't forget, we're only 4 months away from the next version of the game. That normally gives us a German route, a British route, and an American route. And obviously with this we got the awesomeness, the awesomeness that was West Coast Mainline South. It wasn't great when it first released because it was too quiet. I think they now know that they need to give us full timetables. I don't think you'll see much else. I don't think you'll see much else Steam-wise. I think they've decided they haven't got a market for Steam. What the next British route will be Lichfield Trent Valley, which links Milton Keynes to Crewe.
Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to London through London Paddington.
Right.
Calling at
So we've made it to Southall.
London Paddington.
So the 10:36 to Paddington. Oh, in the next version of Train Sim World, don't know. Hopefully it'd be something big out of one of the other London. Okay, out of the one of the other London termini. Right. That's calling at Hayes and Harlington. We can't get on that because we've been to Hayes and Harlington. So it's got to be the 10:26 then to Reading. Has got to be the one we get on then. What time was the one over there? Was it 10:34? Uh, 10:36. Right. So it's this side then. So Reading. Hang on, what's over here? Platform 1. Yeah, Waterloo would be epic. Again, imagine Waterloo to Windsor. That line, because then you'd have the 2 Windsors, wouldn't you? You'd have the Windsor on the GWR route from Slough, and then you could have Windsor out of Waterloo. And that route out of Waterloo, well, I used to spend a lot of time on the one going down to Shepperton. That goes out over the river. That goes out sort of Twickenham way, sort of Strawberry Hill, is it? Something like that. That'd be quite interesting. Right, so we can't get on this because we've been to Hayes and Harlington. It's a shame, really, because we're going to spend the whole evening on 166s. Right, let's speed up time. Right, are we going to make it to Reading? Hayes and Harlington, West Drayton, been there, Slough, Burnham, Taplow. No, we're going to make it to Taplow. Yeah, so we'll make it as far as Taplow.
The next train will take the Great Western.
Is there any other suburban trains on the Great Western Express? There's 3 routes coming for the Thames Valley branches. Or do you mean other than the 166? Yeah, it'll still be turbos. Because they got the licensing for them, I suppose, and they're modelled, so they haven't got to do anything else. I think it'll all be 166s.
Please be aware that opportunist thieves operate at this station.
Yeah, I've never done the... Well, I've never been to Windsor, so I haven't done the walking between the 2 stations.
The next train
Our ex-comrade used to do it a lot. Sometimes it could be a cheap way of getting here, was to have to go and change at Windsor. Okay, oh look, it's a 166. 165. Right, so we're on this now then, to Taplow.
platform.
I didn't think we'd spend the whole... I thought, oh, we'd be getting Heathrow Expresses. I thought we might end up on a HST.
Calling at Hayes and Harlington.
The next station is Hayes and Harlington.
Hayes and Arlington. Yes, where we've been multiple times. Right, can I find somewhere to sit? I'll sit down. Sit down next to me. Have we got... Baldy! Have we got a stand again? Can't sit in these seats.
This is a safety hazard.
Yep.
Due to today's wet weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
Hayes is this week's Bushy or Balham. Yeah. Well, so I only started there because that's where we started when we went to London. We got on at Hayes and Harlington, so, and at what, just before 8 o'clock in the morning. That's why I started at just before 8 o'clock in the morning, because I thought that was a good thing. So we need to remember, well, someone needs to remember, I might have to write it down, where we got to when we finish and what time it is. Okay, all right, we're going that way then. Where we got to and what time it is.
The next station is Hayes and Harlington. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
Okay. So I think we're going to get to Taplow and that will probably be it. So we're going to have to start tomorrow at Taplow. But this time, the first train that comes in then, I'll drive to wherever it's going. I suppose I could do the whole drive it, one stop, get out, wait. Thing is, that means it's the waiting thing, isn't it? Although we haven't actually waited that much, have we? Because these have been fairly frequent, and obviously speeding up the time is a result. Well, we'll see how it goes. Do the same sort of thing, but only drive it one stop. Less chance of me overrunning the platform, I guess. No, Reading spelt Reading. As in reading. Right, hopefully when we get to the next station, people will get off and I can go and find a seat. There's always that thing in it when you're stood up, like, quick, they're getting off. Go nick their seat. Bath. I watched a YouTube video this morning of a guy doing a road trip around the like the Gulf, so Daytona Beach, that sort of way, sort of Miami, so sort of the southern bit around the bay. My God, that looks nice in America.
We are now approaching Hayes
And cheap.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Quite an interesting YouTube channel. Guy that's building an extension to his garage. I like that sort of thing. And then he also does travel vlogs as well. So he's done a couple of cruises and did this vlog. He's done a 4-hour video of travelling Route 66. It's a lot of video to watch. Right. Are any people going to get off? Am I going to gain a seat?
This is Hayes and Harlington. Do not try to board or leave the train when the doors are closing. This is a Great Western Railway service to Reading.
There's a song about that.
The next station is West Drayton.
This is a safety announcement. Due to today's work
It's that whole road trip America thing, and that's just... I know you're going to say, just go and do it. I don't want to do it on my own. That was a view. I need a seat. I need a seat. Nope. Hang on, seat. Seat. Where are we going? Taplow. I'm sitting. Do you get a treat? Yes. You get a banana covered in pink fabric. Okay, when? Wait for the postman. What about now? Well, no. Does the postman come in the evening? Ask Pat. No. Going on YouTube. I think this could be an interesting thing to do when we get the whole West Coast Main Line. Although it does depend on the frequency of service, doesn't it? This works because there's a lot of services. Be interesting to see how busy these other routes are when we get them. It's a shame when we get the extension to the Mildmay line down to Richmond. It's a shame we didn't get that as far as Clapham Junction, unless that will come in the future. And will we ever get another update to this with the Elizabeth line services on? Yeah, no beards, no baldies, no long hair. I actually looked at myself in the mirror today and thought I didn't look too bad. For the first time in a long time, I didn't look tired, although I was up at 5:30 this morning, which is better than yesterday morning. We need an update to London Commuter to add in the Thames link without modded timetables. Yeah. You got a line till 7. Nice. I thought about just laying in bed and waiting for the radio to come on at 6, but what's the point of that? So I went downstairs, had a coffee, set the Amazon device to remind me at 12 minutes past 6 so I could go back upstairs and turn off the buzzer alarm at 15:15. having these 2 days off has definitely made me realise that I need to book more time off. I've still got 4 weeks holiday to use in the second half of the year. So almost need to space it out. So take like a week off every 5 weeks. How can the driver see? Don't put the wipers on. Yeah, that's the other thought. Is that's been really nice. Just taking Friday off and having a 4-day weekend. You don't get that Sunday night dread. No, that's already taken from us. So I've still got 4 days left. Sorry, they take 4 days for Christmas. So I've still got 20 days left to book. So Christmas this year, we finish. So we'll finish on the Wednesday, the 23rd, and we'll go back on the 4th of January, which is the Monday. So I could just use 3 days holiday and take the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, and that gives me 2 weeks off, which is plenty. That still leaves me 17 days holiday. I'm sure you do, Michael. Right, continuing to make our way towards Reading. We're not going to get to Reading. Don't do that. You'll want to stream twice a day for 2 weeks. I used to really enjoy the Saturday lunchtime streams. Problem is, obviously, then I started going out at weekends. So the lunchtime one stopped. And it did get to a point where no one was then watching, really, because they weren't used to me streaming on a Saturday lunchtime. So the Sunday lunchtime one works. But no, I wouldn't stream lunch. Did I do it last year? I've also got to think. I've got to be interested in doing it, and the problem is, by streaming too much, it then, from my point of view, is I don't want to start streaming just for the sake of streaming, because that then could come across on the stream. So, maybe, I don't know, alternate it. Who knows? I might have someone in my life by Christmas. I might just say, sod you all, I'm off to America for Christmas. See you in January, have a good time. I doubt it. Do it. One day. No, and exactly, Michael. That's why, even Saturday, right? I was back at lunchtime on Saturday. Part of me was thinking on the way back, oh, I could stream. And I thought, actually, no. And I really enjoyed just the chilled Saturday. And as much as I love the streams, I really do. I look forward to the highlight of my day is sitting here and chatting to you lot. But it was really nice to have that Saturday evening, watching some shows, chilling out. That's why I think every 3 weeks or 4 weeks I'm going to take a Saturday off, and it forces me to go out the house. And no, we haven't got to Reading yet. I think we're going to be leaving this train at Taplow. And that's where we're going to start tomorrow. And the first thing I end up driving is a bloody 166. Oh, indeed, Michael. Yeah. I actually enjoyed Saturday. I love the drive to the New Forest. So by the time I got down there, I was chilled. And then spent some time down there. And then loved the drive back. Get out there and see the world. Well, yeah, especially after February. But I want to share it with someone. That's the key thing. Because it's just so much better when you're not doing it by yourself. You get to share that experience and you get to have that spontaneity. We'll see what the dating sites bring. Where are we now? Is this Slough again? Yes, it's Slough again. We've made it back to Slough. I thought that in 2.5 hours we would easily get. If I win the lottery on Friday, will you marry me? You can't be that desperate, Michael, surely. I thought in 2.5 hours we would get to either Paddington or Reading. I actually thought that we might have got to both. I thought at one point it was going to be too easy. I thought, well, if we end up in Paddington and we get a train that gets direct to Reading non-stop, that's Reading done. I didn't realise it'd be this difficult. Okay, I've missed a train on platform 4, but by skipping and getting the next one, I think we've done the same journey as we would have done. Yeah, it is. Each journey is longer. Which is what we had last time, wasn't it? Was that bounce. You got to bounce backwards and forwards. You've got to go past the station you just started from. So each section's going to get longer. So in theory, if we did Taplow and we got one going south, we're almost going to go Taplow to Paddington. Thanks, Michael. I have my moments. It'll take a lot to offend me, Michael. Don't you worry. Can we try? It doesn't take much to upset me. It takes a lot to offend me. There's a difference. Right, what station's next then? Burnham, innit? Yeah. Hi, Peanut. Right, so it looks like Taplow is going to be the end of the line. Cold day today. I'm wearing 2 items of clothing, and that's 2 items too many. Exactly, Peanut. G-string and a smile. Yeah, I got a pair of very thin cotton shorts on. See, someone with taste just commented on one of my YouTube videos. Just popped up on my phone going, great video, Steve. See, I'm a professional. I don't know what video it is they were commenting on. Probably something really old. Two 14-hour days. Welcome to the world of work. Like a beach whale. I have my t-shirt off most of the day. Right. We seem to be stopping. What station are you? You are Burnham. There's special places, people that praise your YouTube video. Hang on, you did that, Nigel. What video was it? I'm intrigued now. Oh no, it's today's video. Great video, Steve. I always love your videos. It makes me laugh all the time. And when you have people with you, it makes even better laughs. Oh, I see. So I'm okay on my own. Everything's better with multiplayer. Fine. So you're good, Steve, but not as good as when you have other people with you. Fine. No.
This is a safety announcement. Due to today's wet weather, please take extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
Surfaces may be slippery when wet. Steve is just the host. It's about the contestants. We need to do Portal again, Pina. Pina? No, Trent. I saw bloody Pina's name. No, we didn't know Portal or Pina. We need to do Portal again, Trent. It can't be someone who watched Repo. What happened to my church video? It's not going out on YouTube yet. 21st of June? Why can't I enter different holes with your input? Bina. Church Simulator goes out. Oh no, 14th of June. Church Simulator goes out. You'll have to wait for that one. Right, off we go. A Sunday, yeah, because it's a first look. First look videos go out on a Sunday. Why would you go back and watch last night's stream? No, Sunday. First looks always go out on a Sunday. OMSI on bus stuff on a Monday, short train stuff on a Wednesday, Fun Friday is my series of A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever it is, or the multiplayer streams. Saturday is the long train sim, Sundays are first looks. That's it, there's a system. Thomas on a Thursday, train watching on a Tuesday, although there's only 2 more of those to go and I've given up on them then. I thought I retired from YouTube. I'm enjoying doing it again. I recorded 2 videos today. Yeah, 2 videos today. No one's watching it. A week ago, I was 195 subscribers away from 10,000. Today, I was 200 subscribers away from 10,000. So it's going well. Right, is this Taplow? Is this where I get off? That's not bad timing, actually. Look at that. And
This
stop.
is Tatler. Do not try to board or leave the train when the
You
doors
miss
are
winter.
closing.
Oh, sod off,
This is
Pina.
Great Western
You're a
Railway
sun whore.
service to Reading. The
So there's a 10:50 to Reading, which is us. And then I'm guessing there'll be something over the other side. The 11:08 to Paddington. So do... Huh. So do I spawn in tomorrow then and drive that train? So carry on from there. So 10:50. So that would go to Reading, but only take it one stop. Okay. Right. That sounds like a plan then. I need to write that down, don't I? Where does it stop at? Is it going straight to Reading? Oh, so Maidenhead. Okay. Bye. Well, there we go. Considering 2.5 hours ago, we started at Hayes and Harlington with a plan to get to Paddington or Reading or both, we ended up in Taplow after 2.5 hours of bouncing up and down the line. Tomorrow, I will start from here at this time. Can't guarantee it'll be raining, but, you know. And we will drive trains and see how well that goes and see if we can get to Reading and Paddington. I don't think we'll be able to do the whole... We won't carry on the stations thing that we did, because otherwise we'll be done, won't we? So we'll go one station, turn around, come back. So we'll end up going to some of the stops we've been to today, tomorrow, because otherwise I'm not going to remember that. That's the plan for tomorrow. Wednesday night, we've got some Subway Sim 2. Unless I'm really enjoying this, and it might be 3 nights of Train Sim World. We'll see. Unless we don't get to if we don't get to Reading or Paddington tomorrow, then it'll be a third night. Thursday night, we've got some multiplayer in Rest Area Simulator. Friday night is Trucking and Tunes in Volvo Chemical Tankers. Saturday night is Bingo. Sunday lunchtime, we're back on the farm. And I may be here next Monday with a preview of something. I will confirm that later in the week. So there we go. Thanks to you lot in chat then for keeping me company for that one. And to these people as well. Did anyone do anything? Yes, they did. I'm going to catch a cold now. I stood here in the rain. Thanks to Felix for following, and to the moderation team for doing absolutely
For your
nothing.
safety, please be aware that some platforms at this station have no or only partial tactile paving on the platform edge.
Well, that's dangerous.
Once the train arrives, please mind the step from the platform onto the train.
Indeed. There we go. As this rain gets heavier, I will go and seek shelter. There we go. I will be back tomorrow night to drive some trains. Oh, blimey. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.